What's up, Authentic fam? We're back. Authentic Alphas, your boy Allende. And this video is stop letting females cause you to fail. So I was thinking the other day, because I'm pretty much thinking every day. And I'm like, yeah, man, what's something that a lot of guys that are hitting me up for advice and counseling, coaching, what's another thing that these guys seem to have in common so that I can kind of cast the net and help some guys on the channel. And what I selected from the many, many things that I see guys having in common is allowing the females in their lives to sabotage, their progression. So yeah, man, you can see that I'm in Miami. It's gonna be in Miami for probably a week and a half, couple more weeks. Shout out to Alex from Playing with Fire channel. They're coming up on 100K, or they probably already hit 100K. So they're having a 100K celebration party. Can't wait for mine, however long that's gonna take. 2-3 months, 2-3 years, who knows. But congratulations to those dudes. They've been working hard. They deserve it. So I decided I'm gonna stick around to participate in that, and then I'll be on a plane shortly after. So where was I going with that? Yeah, I'm in Miami, but no, I'm not from Dallas. I'm from Brooklyn, New York. But I live in Miami most of the time, at least. And I don't have any family in the state of Florida other than a cousin in Orlando and, my grandpops who retired here in South Florida, but he passed away. So my point is I intentionally live away from all my family. My family is actually doing great. So that's one of the things that I'm really fortunate about because, I'm like supposedly black or whatever, if that's what they want to call us. And as we all know, we tend to have it rough in the Western culture. And I come from a very big family on both sides. My mother's side and my father's side is really big. My mom had 5 sisters, and my father had like 7 or 8 brothers and sisters, if I'm probably missing somebody. But yeah, he had like 7 or 8 brothers and sisters. So of course from that you get a lot of aunts and uncles, and then of course from that you get a lot of cousins, and then of course from that you get a lot of nieces and nephews. So I got a big family, right? And where I'm going with that as to why I feel fortunate is because, like anyone else, I've had tragedy in my family. I've lost a lot of uncles, I've lost a lot of cousins, lost some aunts and so on. I lost a baby sister. So, people pass. But the people that are alive in my family are doing well. They're thriving. I mean, I had a cousin that was locked up forever. I mean, like a decade. I was my little pay cousin from Philly, my cousin T-Ba. He was a gangster. But he's home. He's been home and he's doing good. So other than my cousins that were like murdered and stuff like that, my cousins that are alive are doing great. My sister's doing great. She got her own business now. My sister done hired my mother. So I'm like, that's awesome, because my mother retired. And my sister's business is doing so well that my sister had to hire my mother to help her out. My brother is doing great. He got his own little business. I just spoke to him yesterday. That little nigga told me, well, he ain't little, but he little to me. He just told me he got a loan approved for 100K. Godly. So, I say that all that's to say that my family is doing well, but I moved away when I was younger because I started noticing that I was being held back due to constantly trying to be there for my mom, be there for my family members, primarily the women in my family, which is where I'm going with this video. So I said, man, I got to get the hell out of Dodge, because every time the damn phone ring, I'm like, man, I don't want to pick this up because somebody gonna need something. My family don't call me when they want to give me something. They call me when they need something. Because I'm resourceful. I'm a resourceful dude. So what happens is when you have certain qualities as a man, your family will tend to lean on you in their time of need because they know you're the person that can help out. You're the person that got it. your deadbeat brothers and sisters and cousins or whatever, they're not gonna get the call because people know they ain't gonna do nothing because they can't do nothing because they ain't in a position to help. So when you are in a position to give good advice, or you are in a position to loan money, or you are in a position to hire, a family member on some nepotism shit, you're gonna get that call, right? So I just wanted to get out of Dodge at a certain age, bro. When I was in my early 20s, I had already decided in my late teens that I wasn't gonna stick around. I wanted to see the world, as much of it as I could. But by the time I was in my 20s, I was like, man, I gotta get the heck up out of here, bro, because every time I turn around, somebody needs something. And I'm a very independent person, so it's not like I need people. I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm just keeping it funky. I don't be needing people, right? So if I use somebody, it's a mutual shit. Like, it's a trade, it's an exchange of value. I'll make the deal up front. But for the most part, I don't need no favors. That's the way I should have said it, because everybody needs other people to get things done. So let me phrase it like that. It's the correct way to phrase it. I don't need no handouts. I don't need no favors, right? Never did. I'm not the person that's like, I need to borrow money or whatever, right? That was never the case. So I started realizing when you have relationships and the relationship has a strain on it because one side is needing and using and exploiting the other side more or only, and then the person that doesn't need shit is not getting nothing in exchange, but they're constantly giving, right? So I hope you guys understand what I'm saying. I know a lot of you guys, you're probably relating to it. You're like, yeah, Yende, I feel like that. I feel like my single mother sister always needs something. I feel like my mom always needs something. I feel like my auntie always needed something, and my bum ass uncle always needing something. And they're gonna twist your arm. They're gonna use guilt. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna use shaming tactics. They're gonna use whatever they got to get what they want. Should ever you deny them. So what happens when you help? You almost enable. And you feel like people aren't getting better. You feel like they're causing their own problems and chaos and turmoil in their life. And you're like, yo, I keep helping this person, but they don't take my advice. They don't listen to me. They keep bringing in more problems, and then they keep looking at me to help, and then they hit me with but we cousins, or you my brother, or, you this and you that, right? So I just wanted to talk about it a little bit because I know a lot of guys are dealing with that. And I know why, if I want to really trace the root of the issue as to why I think that it's going to continue to get a bigger problem, right? So if we're having most children born out of wedlock, right, that means that majority of women are having children out of wedlock. They're single moms. Okay, these aren't the most stablest people. In fact, they're the least stable people in our society. Facts. So what happens is when those people are your mom, you become a slave to their bullshit. Whatever chaos is in their life, you become a slave to that. Once you get old enough to help out, now it's like you got to pick up the role of the dad, the father, the husband, whatever, because he's not there. So all of a sudden now you got to be responsible for shit. Technically speaking, you shouldn't have to be responsible for. Yeah, you love your mom, I get it, but I'm about the truth. I'm about facts. I'm not about feelings and all that other stuff. So ain't nobody gonna make me feel like I can't say the truth because it's uncomfortable. There's a lot of dudes that's picking up slack for their moms, and it's not fair or right to that dude because you are not your mom's man. I'm just gonna put it out there. Yeah, you love your mom, I get it. She gave birth to you, she carried you 9 months, I get it. But that's all the talk that they use to manipulate you and shame you and guilt you into doing a bunch of stuff that, technically speaking, shouldn't be on your plate, shouldn't be on your back. I'm not saying you shouldn't be helping your moms, blah, blah, blah. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is a lot of dudes are getting leaned on, they're getting exploited simply because the women in their life did not secure men of their own. They didn't secure good men of their own. So, put a 1 in the chat or whatever. If you're a dude who has a sister who doesn't listen, chooses men terribly, and then ends up with a bunch of problems for that. She's getting kicked out of her apartment, living with some dude that your mom, your dad, your uncle, whoever advised her not to, but she chose to go run off with some dude. Now she's getting kicked out. Or the dude can't pay the bills on time, they're getting evicted, whatever, and now she needs a place to stay, she needs to borrow money, she needs this and the third, and you're like, damn, what the fuck? This is why we were telling you not to mess with this dude, but you had the attitude of can't nobody tell you nothing, you grown, you make your own decisions, but here you are not solving your own problems. Y'all know what I'm talking about, put a 1 in the damn chat, right? A lot of dudes, your mom has brought a lot of chaos and unnecessary drama and stress into your life as you were growing up, just simply from the bad decisions she made before you were even born, but you're inheriting it as a legacy, right? A lot of y'all got that female cousin that want to cook for you or make something for you just so she could turn around and ask you for something way bigger than a hot meal and then act like you owe her because she cooked you this damn food. Bro, I had an aunt that I stopped talking to for years because she was the master of doing shit like this. She would try to like offer you some little shit, help you with some little shit that you didn't even ask for, be over here cooking for you and doing all this extra stuff, and you like, the next thing you know, your auntie over here asking you for some huge ass favor and then acting like you owe her because she made you some ackee and sawfish. It's like, auntie, what y'all doing, man? Yo, what's up? What's up with this, right? And if you say something, now your name is gonna get slandered through the whole family. Everybody gonna be mad at you. Everybody gonna be shaming you. And you like, really, that's how you want to go twist things? You want to assassinate my character? You want to go call my mom and complain to my mom and all this other stuff? Bro, this is the type of shit women do. What I'm trying to say is women do this to each other. Women will do it to the men in their lives. If they don't have a man of their own in their life, they will come for their brother, they will come for their uncle, they will come for their male cousin, they will come for their co-worker, they'll come for their gay male friend, they'll come for any man that can get the thing done that they feel is obligated to by association. So yeah, man, if this resonated with you, what I really want to say to you guys is get the fuck out of Dodge. You know what I'm saying? Find a way to cut ties. You know, stop letting them know how much money you make. Stop letting them know things are going good for you. Find a way to gradually reduce yourself and back yourself out the equation. Because waiting on them to get a man of their own, nowadays, that shit highly unlikely. Let's face it, bro. Let's face it. That's why I'm happy my mom married, my sister married. Bro, trust me. And like, I'm not saying I have problems with my mom and my sister. They're doing great. That's what I'm trying to say. But I saw that it could be a liability when I was much younger. All right? I had to help out a lot with my sister when I was growing up. You know what I'm saying? I practically damn near raised my sister, bro. My sister was born when I was 13. So from 13 to 17, my sister was basically my responsibility. Yeah, it did wonders for my maturity and my responsibility level, but it wasn't fair to me that when everybody else was chasing tail, you know, I had to figure out how to make it work with my sister. Don't get me wrong now, I made it work. I had my sister going up to girls and being like, what's your name? My brother says you're cute, but he don't want to say something to you. Yeah, man, I had my little sister getting me numbers, man, making it happen. I was going on play dates with my little sister, messing with chicks that had little brothers or little sisters the same age. So I made it work like anything else in my life. But all I'm saying is it wasn't necessarily fair that I had to pick up that kind of slack, but I did because I'm all about my family and my friends. But there are a lot of dudes that aren't speaking up. They're being taken advantage of because they're acting like a bunch of punks. You know what I'm saying? They're acting like they can't speak up for themselves. They're acting like they can't stand up for themselves, defend themselves. They act like they can't set it straight. They act like they can't confront people and be honest because they're acting like a bunch of, you know, cowards. They don't want to, they avoid confrontation, right? I'm being real. And if this, hey, if this makes some hair stand up on your back, if it sounded familiar, don't get mad at me. Stop being pussyfied and start demanding that people treat you with some fucking respect. So that's really what I'm going with this. Stop letting women take advantage of you. Shouldn't be letting anybody take advantage of you and play you out. But what I see is it being women, right? I get a lot of guys saying that their life is set back and it's on hold and it's being slowed down. It's being sabotaged because they got sisters and moms in their lives that have all this drama and all these problems and all these issues that's affecting their life and trickling into their life. All right, guys? I get it. The absent father thing has tons of side effects. There's tons of avalanche and domino effect and butterfly effect and all kind of effects we get when you take a strong, good man out the house or he never was there. Everybody suffers one way or another. All right? So just keep that in mind. I want you guys to think about that. Make sure you're not being used and abused by the women in your life. And also, don't let that be what your attraction or your magnetism is or your forgiveness or overlooking is for bringing women into your life romantically that have these issues that your mom and your sister have. That's one more thing I want to talk about on the way out. My generation vividly remembers the whole your mama thing. You couldn't say nothing about nobody's mama. Your mama was fighting words. Even if you were going to get your ass kicked, you didn't let nobody talk about your mama. Now, that sounds all good and dandy. That sounds like, yeah, that's right. You don't let nobody talk about your mom. Yo, you got to protect your mom. You got to have pride. Yeah, whatever. Let's look at the psychological damage of that, though. What happens with that is a lot of young guys, especially young girls also, are raised to think that their mother is bulletproof. that their mom is beyond reproach. She can't be criticized. She can't be critiqued. She could do no wrong. That is a dangerous way of thinking if you let it corrupt your choice making when it comes to choosing women that you bring into your life. Because a lot of guys, they don't want to demonize certain mistakes and certain bad habits because these characteristics were shared by their mom. So I can't have a problem with single mothers because my mom was a single mother. I can't have a problem with being promiscuous because my mom dated many guys. Come on, bro. There's a lot of dudes that do that. This girl doesn't dress appropriate, but neither did my mom. So what happens is we have a generation of guys, and well, we have several generations of guys that are extremely forgiving of bad image management, bad behavior, bad attitudes, bad choices, bad from women because their fucking mother had all of these characteristics. So they were brought up not daring to view those as bad, distasteful, problematic, or anything like that. And that's why a lot of guys choose poorly when it comes to women. They invite a lot of bullshit into their life that they should have already known from jump. Like, oh, hell no, I ain't fucking with that chick. No. You ain't even a one night stand. No, I'm not. Let me sidestep this chick, right? But those are chicks these dudes be trying to wife up, right? Because you remind me of my mom all right, so where I'm going with that is you have to learn how to separate that. You have to learn how to identify it. You know what I'm saying? And say, hold on. I love my mom. I'm going to forgive my mom for whatever she did. That's all good. That's all fine and dandy. But I am not going to tolerate it for some woman. That's cray. All right? Whatever mistakes my dad made, my mom made, my whoever made, that's my family, bitch. So I'm going to have forgiveness for them. But I'm not going to invite somebody into my life with bad characteristics or traits, bad habits or whatever. You see what I'm trying to say? You can't choose your family, right? You got to make the best with your family. You can't choose your family, but you can choose your friends and your who you are in romantic relationships with, guys. All right, so just don't be stupid is what I'm saying. Don't be stupid. Don't be weak. Don't be dumb. Don't bring it in your life and then wonder why is it fucking your world up. You brought it in your life, so it's your fault, dummy. Same way that girls be talking about they baby daddy this, they baby daddy that, they ex this, they ex that. But they was messing with the dude. They was smashing the dude. They was dating the dude. A girl will sit there on a date with you and complain about some nigga she spent years with. like she talking bad about the dude. Like, it's like, yeah, the whole time you should be thinking, yeah, but why did you choose him then? And why were you dating him? Like the more bad you talk about him is the more you're explaining how terrible you are at choosing men. So that's all I'm saying, guys. You can't complain about your best friend when you chose that best friend. You can't complain about your ex-wife when you chose to marry that bitch. Just saying. You can't complain about your baby mama when you got her pregnant. I'm just saying. We have to use better judgment. We have to be smarter. We got to be more responsible because every damn decision is going to have an effect later on. People complain about what's happening in the present and try to blame everything else, but the reality of it is it's a decision you made in the past that got you right where your ass is right now. And it's the decisions we making right now that's going to determine what's coming. So let's start making better decisions so that we can have better futures and better outcomes. This shit's simple, right? One more thing I wanted to remind, what I want to remind y'all niggas of. Hold on. Damn it. Apologize if I call you niggas, but I grew up in Brooklyn, man. We call each other that. Sorry. What I want to tell y'all fellas. Something else. I guess I just have to put it in the next video. What can I say? All right? But in any event, avoid unlucky people, especially unlucky women, guys. Oh, that's what I was going to say to y'all. Yeah, because a lot of y'all aren't being selective enough because you haven't accepted that you got some type of male mother need shit going on. So you think you constantly need a woman in your life to the point where you'll accept whatever woman that will be around you because in your mind, that's better than no woman and you have to have a woman. No! Stop! Get comfortable with yourself. If you can't be alone, you have a fucking problem. Okay? If you can't be single, you got a fucking problem. If you can't do what you gotta do to be attractive enough to females that when you do go out with women, when you do spend time with women, you are you can be confident that they actually like you and they're actually attracted to you. If you gotta sit here and compromise that, and you gotta sit here and work for a chick to accept you and work for her to like you and all that nonsense, you're wasting your time, bro. You cannot negotiate attraction. A girl's not gonna start liking you because of how you treated her. She's not gonna start liking you because of where you took her. She's not gonna start liking you because of how much you spent. She's not gonna start liking you because of how much of her bullshit you act like you care about and listen to. She's not gonna start liking you niggas. Stop, guys. Stop. And I'm saying this, stop. Because this is another thing that majority of guys have in common when they come to me or anybody else who's supposedly supposed to be giving advice and trying to help guys. That's one thing that everybody seems to have a problem with, is stop trying to convince these chicks to like you. Stop trying to get a bitch to like you. It doesn't work that way. I'm gonna repeat that one more time because it kills me that I have to say this over and over to men. Like, even when I say this to a individual, I have to like keep reminding him of the same point. Like, dude, we've already covered this. You cannot convince a woman to like you. If they don't like you from jump, hello, hi, my name is. If they don't like you from then, they will never, I repeat, they will never fucking like you. So it's real simple. Work on you. Get more attractive on the daily, weekly, monthly. Not for this chick or that chick over there or that chick over there. For yourself and for a quality of life in general. Stop putting an effort in a chick with Susan, with Jessica, with Mary, with Maria. Stop. Put work and effort into uno, yourself, okay? That's it, bro. And then as you become more attractive and you start figuring out what girls actually like you, you have to figure out what your range is, what your league is, and operate within that. All right? Operate within that. Stop trying to get chicks out of your league and stop wasting time not graduating into another league. A lot of you dudes can't even get the type of chicks you want because you spend so much time trying to get the type of chicks you want. Let that sink in for a second. A lot of you dudes can't get the type of chicks you want because you spend so much time trying to get the chicks you want. Yeah, all that time you're wasting trying to convince this broad to like you, and then you finally give up after God knows how long of why did she ghost me? Let me try to text her again. Let me try to message her again. Let me watch her stories. I wonder what she's doing. Let me do it. By the time you've done that with 18 girls in a row for the past 3-4 years, imagine how much you could have leveled up in that time frame if you just said, yo, you know what? Forget these broads because they ain't feeling me. They ain't checking for me. And the broads that are with it, I ain't feeling them. I ain't checking for them. So let me close the gap by working on me. All right? So I had to say all of that shit and go on that whole goddamn rant just to come back to my point, right? Which is, a lot of you cannot be selective because you're not even comfortable just being alone. You're not comfortable with yourself. You're not comfortable being alone. You're not comfortable working on yourself. And you know why that's some bitch shit? Because that's the problem with most women. That's why I can't stand these damn manosphere channels, these black pill, red pill, whatever the fuck channels anymore. Because that's one thing that all of these channels is missing. They keep blaming it on the women, and when I analyze it, I realize the men and the women are suffering from the exact same afflictions. They just express it differently because they're different genders. I'll give you an example. Women can't stand to be with themselves either. Women can't stand to just be alone and say, oh my God, let me think of all these issues in my life. Let me take inventory of the problems and issues I have in my life and what I'm insecure about, what I'm uncomfortable about, what I don't like, and how did I get here? How did I get here? What did I do? What decisions did I make? Why am I perpetually in this position? Okay, let me work on me. Women don't want that silence. They don't want that quiet time and that silence for those voices to start telling them, bitch, you done did this. Bitch, this your problem. Bitch, why you keep on sleeping with random new niggas you just met? It never goes well. Girl, why you keep on chasing these dudes? Girl, you know this nigga ain't never gonna commit to you. Girl, did it. Yeah, they don't want to hear those voices. So you know how they handle it? They keep on going out every day of the week. We go in here ladies' night. Let me get dressed and put makeup on and distract myself so I can not think about all the issues in my life and how empty I am. Let me go out here and dance and party. Let me go out here and see how much free drinks I could get. Let me check my Instagram, see how many people are complimenting me. Let me check my Snapchat, who's liking my pictures. Let me anything to not hear that voice in their head, tell them what's wrong with them. That voice is their conscience. That voice is their conscience. So these women can't be alone for 30 seconds of silence because then their conscience gonna talk to them. Their conscience gonna start talking to them, girl. Well, guess what? Dudes is doing the same damn thing. But how do dudes do it? By constantly being on dating apps when they get damn near no good results on it. Constantly trying to take out chicks that don't like them, spending all this extra money just to be with a girl, just to walk in the restaurant with a girl, just to walk in the restaurant with a pretty girl that doesn't fucking like you, just to sit across from her and struggle to make conversation. Right? Just to overpay for dinner, just for her to run up the tab so she can take pictures and videos of it and make sure you're cropped out of every fucking picture, video, story, and reel so she can put it on her social media, right? So she's distracting herself from her conscience, and what is the dude doing? Distracting himself from his conscience. His conscience telling him, dude, you know you should be focusing on work. Dude, you know you should be making some investments. Dude, you know you should be in the gym. Dude, you know you don't even need to be eating this. Dude, you know you got to get up early in the morning, right? He don't want to hear his conscience either. He don't want to be alone. He don't want to be alone and take inventory of his life. No, he want to keep on going out, and trying to distract himself, gambling at the casino, trying to find a chick that's going to like him. Trying to find a chick that's going to like him. And none of these bitches like him. None of these bitches will meet him for just coffee. None of these bitches will meet him to just take a walk. None of these bitches will just meet up with him in person just to sit down and talk. You know why? Because she don't like you. You have to buy something. You have to exchange something. You have to give something. You have to literally purchase her time and her attention because she don't like you. But you'd rather do that than be alone with yourself for a little bit and figure out what you need to do in your life that you keep avoiding because it's uncomfortable, because you don't want to accept that. You don't want to accept that this bitch don't like you. You don't want to accept that you're weak. You don't want to accept that you're being a coward. You don't want to accept that you're not trying hard enough. You don't want to accept that you're not applying yourself. You don't want to accept none of that, right? So all I'm saying, guys, is I'm trying to keep it real with you. I'm trying to keep it funky with you. Because the more I help men is the more I realize how fucked up men are. That's the shit that's crazy. Just getting into this game, I didn't even realize the issues were so bad. I thought it was mostly just women and a couple of things guys didn't know and weren't good at. Now I'm realizing this shit is really, really, really bad, okay? And it's getting worse. So everybody has to look at themselves as an individual and start figuring out how can I as an individual push it to the limit. When I'm reading the comments, I got a bunch of lame-ass dudes over there talking about only the best are gonna make it. What the fuck does that even mean? What is make it? What are you even talking about? We're not talking about middle school A-team, B-team basketball. Only the best are gonna make it, so there's no reason to try because everybody can't be the best. What? This is the consensus. This is what majority of guys are thinking and saying. They're just giving up. They're just giving up on life, bro. They're just giving up on trying. Right? Because they have convinced themselves that everybody that's doing well is just born with it. Everybody that looks good is just born with it. Everybody's in shape that was just born with it. Everybody that has money just somehow they just got lucky. They were just born with it. Like, what are you even saying? So nobody wants to put in any real effort, and everybody wants to make more excuses than solutions. And this shit is really getting depressing, but it ain't gonna depress me because I'm always trying to make my shit better regardless. I don't give a fuck, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna get better for me no matter what, right? But in any event, get problematic people up out of your life. Don't bring new ones in. Get familiar with yourself. Build your own self-confidence, your own self-esteem. Be comfortable in your own skin, your own shoes, your own body by your motherfucking self before you bring yourself around other people. That way, when you are meeting women and meeting people in general, you will have the self-esteem and confidence to say, you're not good enough to be in my life. You're not good enough for me to even bother dating. You're not good enough to be my friend. You're not good enough to associate with. You're not worth me going to the club and wasting my time and my money trying to... No. A lot of you guys don't have the backbone to do that because you're so terrified to be alone. And the irony is you're still ending up alone because these broads ain't checking for you no way. So if you're going to be alone on your terms. You see what I'm trying to say? If you're not going to get no pussy, not get no pussy on your terms because you're too busy doing something more important. Think, guys, think. Stop giving other people the power and the ability to reject you. Get yourself to the point where you're confident enough to reject other people that aren't worthy of your time and your energy. That way you won't be complaining on the other end about how someone did you wrong, how someone did this and how someone did that. Nobody can fool you unless you play fool. See what I'm trying to say? Nobody can disrespect you if you respect yourself. Nobody can waste your time if you don't let them. It's not that complicated, guys. All right? So I'm going to get up out of here on this one. I'm always going to give it to you funky. I'm always going to give it to you raw. And that's part of my filtering process because I want these weak motherfuckers up out of here, bro. I want them up out. All right? The channel, I'm going to be getting more into the entertainment of it. I'm still going to be kicking game. Still going to be giving you teachable moments. But we transition into getting a hell of a lot more entertaining just because I want to have fun with it. It's not even really so much because I'm worried about competing with the entertainment value of anyone else. I want it to be more entertaining, and I want to have more fun myself making the content. So we're going to start with traveling. I got my boy on it with me, so we'll talk more about that in the future. The tech support, we're still working on that, but guys ain't donating them phones, so I don't know what to tell you. I got one dude that donated a phone. I think somebody else is in the process of sending one. So like I said, guys, I need several phones to do what I'm trying to do because I want to be able to interact with women in real time and be able to share it on the screen with guys so that I'm going to be not telling guys how to text. I'm going to be showing you guys how to text. I want to show you how to be ahead of every aspect of the conversation. I'm going to show you guys how to control every interaction and conversation with women when messaging, texting, DMing, even emailing, whatever. So if you want to support that, like I said, I exchange value for value. So if you donate a phone to the channel, you will automatically be grandfathered into the group chat. You'll just be in there forever. Everyone else will have to pay a monthly. So that's an amazing opportunity for guys that want to get in on the grassroots ground level. And it's going to change. It's going to change your whole text game completely. Is going to be re-ramped and improved. You're going to have that actual tech support. Not 24/7 because I gotta sleep. The good thing is you don't have to respond to women immediately, so you guys will be able to share your messages with women in the group chat with each other so you can learn from each other. You'll also be able to send me stuff and let me critique it before you press send and make a fucking ass out of yourself. I'll also be able to help you guys respond to these women better. Because it's mostly what the guys are sending that's the problem. It's a lot of it's not even what you're not doing, it's what you are doing. A lot of you dudes talk way too damn much. You text way too much when you're trying to tell a woman something, and you talk way too fucking much when you're in person with a woman. A lot of guys, that's their problem. You talk women out of it. Like, even if they weren't that interested to begin with, you talk them into a place where they're like, I don't even want to be around this guy. And women are never going to tell you straight up. And not every woman's body language is, well... If you don't have any damn experience with reading women's body language and facial expressions, you won't even know how turned off they are when you're talking. You'll think that they're actually interested in the nonsense that you're saying. So I read a lot of guys' dating profiles, and these guys, I swear to God, you guys hang yourself in the bios. You hang yourself, bro. All this useless information. And I voted for, I'm a Republican. My favorite color is turquoise. And also, I'm looking for a woman that's honest and wholesome. I was born in back for it. It's like, yo, whoa, nigga. Nobody wants to read your autobiography, bro. Nobody wants to read your Amazon wish list. What the fuck is going on? It's amazing to me what some guys put. And I'm keeping it like this energy that I'm giving you, I'm keeping it real because this is what the women are thinking on the other end. Like, what a loser. What a creep. What a weirdo. And then I'm talking with these guys one-on-one, so they're not really creeps. They're not really weirdos. They just don't know how to present themselves in text. You see what I'm trying to say? Like, these guys are cool ass dudes, you know what I'm saying, that I'm dealing with. But when I read the stuff that they write, I'm like, bro, I can imagine what the person on the other end is thinking reading this shit, bro. You gotta, what? You need to subtract 78% of this and add about 15% of something else. Damn. But anyway, I know this tech support is gonna work because I just kind of thought to myself, Allende, how the hell did you get so good at texting women? Because it's not natural. That's another thing. A lot of dudes in the manosphere running around talking about natural. This guy's natural. He was a natural, so I can't possibly learn anything or improve myself because these guys that get good results, they're just natural. They're just born with that jaw, and they're born knowing how to text women, and they're born with biceps. They're just born. Shut up! Nobody's born knowing how to text women, you idiots. God damn, bro. And yes, I'm going to say that, oh, Allende, you can't insult your subs. You can't insult your followers. If that hurts your feelings, bro, and that insults you, you are not going to make it on planet Earth. Your ass better find a multiverse and go somewhere else. You better call Doctor Strange and be like, yo, Steven, teleport me somewhere, okay, where sensitivity gets results. Stop. That's some weak shit. So I'm telling you, no, I did not. I used to be terrible with texting women. I'm old school. I'm bad with technology in general, okay? So I used to be horrible with texting women. Fortunately enough, I didn't have to rely on it because my cold approach is immaculate. And when I text women, I could just keep it simple. I want to see you. What are you doing tomorrow night? And that was enough. But I realized how bad I was at text messaging when it came time to try to get money. When it came time to get money and resources out of women, that's what exposed how bad my texting was. So I had to get good because that's how I was making my money. That's how I was making my bread. So I learned by literally just handing my damn phone over, to a colleague, and he would get the women to do whatever the hell I wanted them to do. Whether it was give me money, suck a dick, spend the night, rent the hotel and pay for the room, whatever it was, bro. Book tickets, take me on a vacation, whatever it was, buy me some rims, whatever the heck it was I wanted a particular chick to do, he would get to he'd come back 15, 20 minutes later, he'd hand me my phone. He'd be like, yo, it's done. I'm like, what you talking about? I would look, and the chick be acquiescing, bro. So I just would go over what he wrote and how the conversation flowed and how it went, and I started to understand how he was manipulating the situation. This dude would go in already knowing what he wanted. He would already know what response he wanted. The dude's name was Emilio. He would never text a girl something without knowing exactly what he wanted her to text back. A lot of you guys just be throwing it up in the air. You don't even aim at the basket. You just throw it up in the air and want the woman, you want her to carry it, and you're reacting to what she's putting. That's not the way it works. You want the woman to be reactionary to you. You want to plant all the seeds. You want to put all the thoughts in her head. You want to guide her into saying, thinking, and doing what you already decided you wanted her to do way, way ahead of time, bro. Right? This is how you got to operate in the relationship. This is how you got to operate in the short term, the long term. Everything you have to already have a plan, have it calculated in your head. Okay? What you dudes be doing is just getting around a pretty girl and just hoping, oh, I hope I get to spend time with her. I hope I get a hug. I hope I get a kiss. I hope she lets me. I hope. That's all you guys do. There's no actual plan. You just be around it and hope for the best. That doesn't work with women, and they sense that, they sniff that, and then that repels them because they want a dude that takes lead, takes charge, has a plan. They want to decide. Okay, this is what women want, bro. They want you to have it all figured out, and they just choose whether they want to cooperate or not. That's what women want. And if you listen, they say it. When everybody was mad at Tommy Lauren for her rant and men are trash or whatever, one of the key things that she said, don't text unless you have a plan. Come on, guys. Listen. Women want you to already know where you're going to take them, what time it's going to be, what you're going to do, where you're going to go, what you're going to bring. They want you to know all that already, and they just want to go with the flow. They just want to go along with it and know that every step they take, you got the next 3 steps figured out. And they want to be able to just simply choose. Do I want to go with this guy and his plan, or do I want to go with that guy and his plan? Do I want to sleep with this guy, or do I want to sleep with that guy? Do I want to have a baby for this guy? Do I want to have a baby for that guy? That's what they want to do, bro. They just want to choose. And when you don't have a plan, you force them to be the one to have the plan, and their plan is always going to be selfish. Their plan is always going to be selfish, it's always going to be manipulative, and it's always going to be to take something without deserving it or earning it. Remember what I just said, guys. So you have to have the plan and make them work for the next step of your plan. Stop giving women so much information, it's unnecessary, all right? That's not how it works. A boss don't tell his whole staff everything. He just tells them what they need to know when they need to do it. Think like a boss, all right? So I'm up out of here on that. Like I said, if you're interested in this tech support, if you want to support the channel, you want to help yourself get better at texting women, and you want to help me have the opportunity to help men in mass get better at this, get in my damn email, hit me up. If you got an iPhone, if someone you know got an iPhone, get the goddamn iPhone, send it to Authentic Alphas, and let's make something new, different, unique, and important happen for guys in general struggling with these damn issues. Because I care. I actually care. I want you guys to get better at this shit. And I wasn't a natural at near none of this stuff, okay? But I was determined, and I never accept no for an answer. I don't care who thinks they can't do it. I know I can figure it out. I can find somebody that knows how, and I can learn from them. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Let's keep this shit authentic, always.